All right, so for Media Shout, the main difference, and in fact, Maribel, I want you and Angel to see this. I'm going to ask you, so I'm just going to pull up, well, you know how to pull it up. You just click on Media Shout 6.
Do we need password to access this or no? No password.
To get onto it, then they know the password.
La Novia 1, capital L, capital N.
Got it. La Novia 1.
Good. You don't have to turn them on to get it. All right, but notice, it appears nothing happened,
But it's in there.
but it's in there.
Yeah.
And if I do this,
There you
I
go.
sometimes see it, but there's nothing I can do to get to it. When that happens, and it happens a lot, and so what I usually say is when you get here, the very first thing you need to do is restart the computer. It's really the first thing you should do. That has to do with us accessing it remotely, and by us accessing it remotely, it's trying to send it out there to a computer screen that doesn't exist. It's the screen that people see at home. And so the first thing to do, the best, is to always just reboot the computer, and it sort of resets a lot of issues and problems. Because what will happen is if you don't do this, you'll start having problems during service, and then you got to reboot it during the service, which is not a good thing. Because then the people on the stage are panic stricken. Okay, so it's Spanish service, and it's La Novia 1. Make sure the key lock is on, because sometimes it gets turned off. Okay. Now when we go into Media Shout, it'll pop up. Okay, so let's pull up, oh, that's already there, okay. So, this was the service, let's just pull this first song up. Okay. Now, the difference which I wanted y'all to see is, this is what the audience sees. This is what the operator works off of. Now, generally on the back screen, this is what the singers see. This is what they should see. Takes away the picture, so it's easier to see. Tells you whether you're on a verse or a chorus, and it gives you the first sentence of the next screen. So this is called the confidence monitor. So that way you know what's coming up, and then that way if they don't hit that button until after you say this word, you already know what your next word is. They don't see it. And then it just changes over here. So the confidence monitor is you really need to be using. And the way you get the confidence monitor is right here. Main computer is this right here. And when I push main computer, it shows me where it's sending the signal. It's sending it to the stage top, it's sending it to the stage bottom, and it's sending it out to the lobby. It's not sending it to the back. Now if I change, now watch the screen right here, if I change it to back and then I hit enter, white little, that's what y'all are seeing on the back.
How do you change it back to the other one?
Back, where it says back, you push back.
Oh, okay.
You push that you want it to go to the back, and then you hit enter. Now, the beauty of this, come on. What am I doing? Oh, there I go. The beauty of this now is the way we have this designed is what you see here. Just this section, just the white letters, the words that are in white, go to live stream. And so now while you're singing, those words are at the bottom of the screen.
Thank you.
And it's working. Now that I think is I need to see that that may be a little bit too wide, I'm not sure, but we'll look. So when you set this up, to make that work, what you can't have is that.
4.
You can't have 4. You can only have 3. And now, and if they tell you that, hey, it's a little too big, one option is to come up here, and if you click on this, where it says edit stage, all right, now that flips through the different views.
Okay.
So what I can do is, okay, let's just pretend that has three lines on it. Then I can come in here and just block this and make it just a smaller font. You know, and then that changes what they
We
see.
see, but does it affect what we see here?
It'll make this font a little bit smaller, but not enough to hurt anything.
Okay,
So, because changing it back there is a nightmare. The box is the box is the box. So, well, it's just something we'll have to get used to. And if we need to make that box bigger back there, then we'll make it bigger. But it's just easier to try to make to not.
So it might be useful for them to be seeing like the actual live streams so they could see if you can see the lettering good.
They can handle it back there. I mean, because it's too
we
confusing.
turn our cell phones
Oh,
on,
okay,
and we're
gotcha,
watching the
gotcha.
live stream.
But they actually see. They have a monitor that shows
Yeah.
what's going out, so they can see
Three
it.
monitors,
Yeah.
4 monitors.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So the main thing is like I say, reboot the computer first. If you go to turn it on and you just can't find it, but yet you see it up there, reboot it. Your switcher here is main computer, and it shows you, we have 4 places for it to go. Top 2 screens, bottom 2 screens, back screen here, and the lobby. So, and your sources are your main computer, you have a laptop, you have the Blu-ray player. This main computer here is just for the back. That means that's the output that we use to go to the back. And then camera. You can actually throw the camera in if you wanted to. So I mean, I literally could have these words on the top screen, and I could have the Blu-ray. I could have a Blu-ray disc playing on the bottom 2 screens. So you can have different things showing in different places. So the normal setup is this button has to be turned on. Main is usually set to stage top, stage bottom, lobby, and then you hit enter. And then main computer again is usually set to just back. And then that gets you this setup that what you try to do. The other issue you run into is when you do it, all of a sudden it looks like that. Then you're going, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? Always check your settings. Normally it's set on home. Come up here to settings and make sure that it's set to 3 displays. And then refire it and you're back to where you should be.
How do you refire it?
Just double click on any screen.
Oh, on any screen. Okay, got it. Okay.
And then every once in a while, and what I'm finding, well, I actually corrected it. What did it? Yeah, it did. Yeah, you just double click on it or you,
3 lines para que se vean en live. No puede tener 4.
Space it.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, all right, any more questions?
I noticed that on the streaming, we have closed captioning.
All right, actually you
How's that?
don't.
How is that?
That's
Is that a
Facebook.
Facebook?
That's a
That's
Facebook
what I
feature.
Oh, okay.
So what you need want to tell people is if they say, hey, your closed captioning is going over the letters, you need to tell them. In fact, you may want
Turn it
to
on.
make an announcement
Okay.
on Facebook Live. Hey, since we're now showing the words,
Okay.
you need to turn closed captioning off on your Facebook feed.
Okay.
At least during the songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least, and you can, in fact, you ought to you can go in and just play with it on, look at another feed today or something and
Okay.
you can see how to do it.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, that's a Facebook thing. I was surprised one Sunday. It's like,
I
when did
know.
I add closed captioning?
I know, I was like, Paul did this? Oh my goodness.
So,
Okay.
Do you guys have a certain font, like the style and stuff that you guys use for the English service?
not that I'm aware of, so.
Okay.
Yeah, the main thing that we try to stick with is we've noticed that we try to, let me see, we try to stick with nothing less than 32 height or size,
Yeah.
because anything smaller than that and people can't see it.
Okay.
So, but that's mainly the only general rule that we
Yeah.
stick with is 32.
And how do you load the songs?
Oh, now you're asking the hard part.
Oh, I think that would be Cristal.
Yeah, she probably, because I don't actually run it. I mean, I sort of know how to do it, but I would,
Okay.
Yeah.
Like how, how to get the content there.
Yeah. Eso
yeah,
también.
she knows how to do it. I know how to do it, but I don't know if I know how to do it right. So I can make it happen.
That's it? Oh, okay, perfect.
So basically now, whenever we load in the songs, we have to make sure that each slide that we make for it is
Three lines.
And you have to make, and now you have to make sure that you have every verse and every chorus how it's gonna go, so they can follow it up there.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have it right, they're gonna be confused
Yeah.
if they look up there.
Yeah, because it's gonna be showing. Let's say you have verse, chorus, verse, or really, you have verse 1, chorus, verse 2, and that's how you have it on the computer. But really, we're doing verse 1, chorus, verse 1. So in the back screen, it's gonna be showing me after the chorus. It's gonna be showing me
Yeah.
the lyrics for the verse 2. But I'm really going back to verse 1. So we have to set it up the
Yeah,
way
so
that
you
we're
need to
gonna
be,
sing
that's the problem. The more technology you use to make things easier, the harder it is to set up the technology.
Yeah.
Once
But,
it's set up, it's
but
nice.
once it's set up, it's great. And then that way you don't have singers that go in 3 different directions because it's just right there for them.
Yeah, because when I did it for the English servers, I do it like in 3 slides because I go back and forth, but they had like 20 slides.
Yeah.
Of how the whole song is
Because
gonna
you have
go.
to do it exactly
Yeah.
how we're gonna sing it.
Now, if you don't want to, now, it needs to be set up where you don't have any more than 3 lines. But if you don't want to use the confidence monitor in here, just, well, I'm trying to think.
You
For
mean
it to
just
work,
display like what we're seeing?
well, no, but that's the problem is I'll have to double check. I don't know that. I'll double check tomorrow. Then what you would do is you would just say main computer, send the main computer to the back.
Oh, okay.
But I need to check to see what happens
How
out,
it affects
how it
Yeah,
affects out
the live
That
there.
might
stream.
affect that, yeah.
It may or may not. I can't remember.
We could use it, we just have to rewrite
Yeah.
a bunch of the songs.
It's not even rewrite it, you just realign the song, rearrange the
Realign them,
song.
yeah.
But then you gotta save it specifically,
Yeah.
because when someone else comes in and does it, then it's preset, so then they'll have to redo
Yeah,
everything.
so for every song, you need to save it back to your
Yeah.
library so that it's set correctly from now
Because
on.
if not, then that's what I'm saying, you have to sit there and pretty much every song has to be rewritten.
Yeah. I mean, but either way, we can use it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
kind of go.
But
with-
I mean,
Fix it
the
as
nice
we go.
part of it is by using it, you then have a product where people at home see the words. And they can get, they're much more engaged.
More involved, yeah.
Yeah.
So only if that screen over there is showing like that is when they are able to see the words on the live stream?
Right.
The white,
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
show me the white. Yeah.
perfect.
Okay.
So the letters will show up in the
Just,
left side, the
What?
bottom?
well, no, on the live stream?
Yes.
On the live stream, it shows
On
up
the
just in the center at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So, and it only
Yeah, I had
shows what's
seen
in
it, like,
white.
on-
It only shows what's in white. It
I've
doesn't
seen it,
show
like,
verse 4 in that.
Miss Culture Live and like
Alright.
Calvary Lives. I've